I felt forgotten, where I felt left behind, where I felt like all the hard work and all the time that I have put into things did not help me. There were so many times that I felt like giving up when it came to being a business owner, when it came to pursuing my dreams, simply because I look at things, and I'm going to be very transparent with you. I look at my age, I look at where I'm from, I look at the resources that are right here in my hand, and the resources, my age, and the places that I am doesn't tell me that there's any way for me to get to the place that I've been striving to get to for so very long. And so it's easy to become discouraged. But I'm going to tell you something that I found out over the last 2 years. Over the last 2 years, I was able to see what it means. Listen, what it means to get aligned in the right situation with the right people, with the right information, and with the idea that you're just not going to give up. I have watched myself, and listen, I can tell you that I can watch a lot of people because God knows I have. I've seen a lot of people go from 0 to 100 real quick. You look at you look at some of these famous people. Now, I'm 51. At 51 years old, there's a ton of people younger than me that came to this earth way after I did and had way less resources than I did. And they have jumped over me financially by leaps and bounds. Plenty, 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 plenty. And anybody can look at that kind of situation and be very discouraged. I can even look at people in my family that are younger than me and look at some of the choices that they made and brought them to a place where they've able to accumulate the success. Listen to these magic words that I'm saying, accumulate success the way that they have. But I'm going to tell you something that happened to me over 2 years ago. I learned over 2 years ago. Good morning, Instagram. Hey, G-Shot. I need to talk to you today. Yes, always working, working, working. So listen, guys. Over 2 years ago, something happened. Something happened that changed the trajectory of my life. Something happened that made things so very different for me that I won't ever, 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 ever be the same again. I absolutely, positively, under no circumstance, can sit down on myself. Listen, when you quit, when you start giving up, when you get frustrated, when you look like you just want to turn around and throw your hands in, you're not giving up on anybody but yourself. You're not quitting on anybody but yourself. And I'm going to tell you something that ain't going to happen. You will never get to where you're going if you stop. In order for you to get there, you have to keep moving. You have to keep moving. You have, even if you're moving at a very glacier pace, you must keep moving. Two things you got to do. You got to make sure you're moving in the right direction, and you have to keep moving. And I think oftentimes for me, prior to 2 years ago, I didn't stop moving, but I would quit because I thought I was moving in the wrong direction. And so this is where the title comes from. I thought I was moving in the wrong direction, but because I didn't have the information that I'm getting excited. Because I didn't have the information that I needed. I didn't have the right people around me, and I didn't have an understanding of what it took to get to where I was trying to go. I felt like I was doing wrong, so I did quit. I did stop. Not because I wanted to give up, because my thing is, if I'm supposed to be heading north and I'm hell-bound on fire going south, I'm going the wrong direction. Hold on, stay with me just a little while longer. How many of y'all believe that life goes around in a full circle? I do. I 100 believe that everything in life goes in full circle, and I think I can substantiate that because y'all have heard you reap what you sow. Everything that you throw out there comes back to you in a different way. So you reap what you sow. It's so many things. Everything that you put out there good, it comes back to you. All the love you put out, it comes back to you. All the anger, hate, whatever it is you put into this atmosphere, whatever you put into this life, it comes back to you. If you're a mother, you love, care, and give to your children, it'll come back to you. People is a little tricky. You might not, even for some of you that have given into your children and given into your husbands and given into your relationships, given into your wives, given into your family, it might not come through them, but you're going to get it back from somebody. You're going to get it back. So I do believe that things go around in full circle. And so my thing prior to 2 years ago, y'all say good morning, Misha. If you're on here right now, say good morning, Misha. Y'all, hey, Tara Johnson. Y'all, listen, I'm going to tell you, it feel real weird when y'all don't speak to me. Make me feel like I did something wrong. Y'all don't make me feel like that today. But anyway, prior to 2 years ago, I was on some old, well, I had the information, I didn't know what to do with it, and I was hell bent bound going north, 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 north. And let me tell you something, I quit. I done quit a lot of times. I have quit so much that I remember one lady, and this was a lady that was my first lady. She coined me saying, "Oh well, you're not a finisher. You're a starter, and you can sustain things, but you're not a finisher." And that thing scarred me. I let her get in my head, telling me that, when she should have been telling me other stuff. Yeah, I got a wig back there I'm working on. She should have been telling me other stuff, but that was some dirt she was dealing with that was eating her up. But anyway, I do believe that things come in full circle. And so my thing was, no, I'm not a quitter. But if I'm supposed to be going north and I'm hell-bent going south, then I'm obviously going in the wrong direction. It's nowhere in the world that I'm gonna go south and meet north. No way. But let me tell you something, that's not true. Because if you believe that everything go full circle, just like I believe this world is round, if you go south for long enough, you're going to end up coming down north. If you go south long enough, you're going to end up in the north. Think about it. If you go around this globe and start right here in North Carolina where I'm at, and you go south, whether it's by plane, train, or automobile, and keep going south, at some point, you're going to end up top and you're going to come down from north. And a lot of times what happens is we get so discouraged because we feel like we're going the wrong way. We feel like we don't have enough. We feel like the resources that we have ain't good enough. We feel like the context, thank you so much. We think that the context that we have ain't deep enough. We think that because our family ain't giving to us, this person ain't giving, because we look at all the things we don't have and we don't think about that we do have our own strength. We have our own blood. We have our own voice. We have the ability to get up every single morning. My daughter asked me yesterday, she said, "Mama," she said, "what is your New Year's resolution?" I said, "I don't make those, baby." She started laughing. My kids think I'm so funny. She started laughing. She said, "Why, Mom? Why?" I said, "Why are you laughing?" She said, "Because you a man." She said, "You so different." I said, "No, I don't make New Year's resolution. I make resolutions every single day. Every single day, I resolved that I'm going to continue down the path that I'm continuing. Whatever it is I put into motion, I promise myself I'm going to keep pushing to make that thing happen." So you cannot give up because it feels like you're in the back of the line. You cannot give up because you feel like that you don't have what you need. You cannot give up because things don't look good to you. Because as long as you think that you don't have what you need, as long as you keep going down this path, I'm sorry guys, as long as you keep going down that thought pattern, you're going to find yourself without. And I'm going to tell you something, the moment that you stop, and this is what I had to realize. The moment that I quit, not only did I quit going the direction that I was going, I quit on everything. I quit on everything. I quit on everything. Just because of my back doesn't make me forgotten. Let me tell you something. Just because you're in the back of the line, just because you're the last person in your family to do something, whether it's to go to college, whether it's to get married, whether it's to buy a house, it don't matter if you're in the back, because I'm going to tell you something, and I know y'all have seen this example. It don't take but one turn. Oh, my Lord, come through. It don't take but one turn of events to take you from being in the back to being in the front. It don't take but one turn of events for you to be in the back to be in the front. 2 years ago, I made a decision that under everything that was within my power, I knew my kids was graduating. I knew my son was getting ready to graduate. And I knew I was at the beginning of becoming an empty nester. And I had watched women over my career, hundreds and hundreds of women, go through the empty nesting. And I knew that it was a very sad, depressing situation. Especially for those of us who love our kids and spend a lot of time being mothers and just, really enjoying that whole nurturing process. When I start seeing my kids graduate one by one and going off into that world, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I had got so hyper-focused on everything that I'm doing for them was the right here and now. And so I had to make a choice. Good morning, Whitney and Cynthia. I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice 2 years ago. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Some of you are so consumed with your situation right now, you haven't given any thought to what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Some of you have spent so much time dealing with the situation that you're in right now that you done gave up on all the stuff that you wanted to do. But I'm going to tell you something. The situation and the place that you're in is temporary. It will not last forever. And let me be very, very, very clear. Be careful how you treat the people that are standing beside you and around you while you're in that place. I'm going to say it again. Be very cautious and be very careful how you treat those people who stand by you when you at your worst of the worst of the worst. Be very careful. Because those people who stick with you during that time, those people who tolerate you during that time, those people who put up with all kinds of foolery and things that you got going on, at the time when you think you all the way in the back, are the people that you want to keep in your life forever. Because those are the people who will stay with you and who are with you because they really want to see you win. It's easy for people to rally in behind you when you're at the front of the line. It's easy for people to stand beside you when you're the person that's shining the biggest, because guess what? They know if they stand beside you, they're going to get some of that shine. It's very difficult for people to be with you when you broke and ain't got nothing. When every time it's time to go somewhere, they got to pay for it. When every time it's time for something to happen, they got to take care of it. When every time it's time for something to happen, you have to tell your friends, I can't go because I ain't got no money. Those friends and those family members and those loved ones that stay with you when you're in that space, you better learn how to appreciate them, because it ain't a lot of people out there doing that. People walking away from stuff every single day. Just because you're in the back don't mean you are the least. Sometimes the greatest of us, I love to think about the alabaster box. Sometimes the alabaster box, when you think about the reference to the alabaster box, you always think about it as something that people store something in that's very, very precious. They used to store oils like perfumes and things in there, and they will only open it up during special occasions. Look at your life and look at your situation as being preserved by God in the alabaster box. I remember I got that prophecy back in 2008. This woman came and she told me, and she said to me, she said, God said that he's kept you in an alabaster box your entire life. And I'm sitting here thinking, child, I'm old and got kids. She said, She said, he's been saving you. And he's saving you for a particular time. And when he crack you open, you'll know it. Well, he began to open me up in 2 years ago. And now I understand the value of understanding that just because you last and just because you don't have all, good morning over there on Instagram, just because you ain't where everybody else is, does not mean that you have less value. Just because you don't have the money, the cars, the house, the husband, the wife, the children, just because you don't have what other people have, don't make you least. I'm trying to tell you something good today. I want you to get excited about your situation. Just because your money flow looking a little funny right now, don't mean it's going to always be that way. I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I want you to go back to my Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, and look at it 2 years ago. You're going to look and be like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't get up here at 6 o'clock in the morning just to get up here and to get in front of the camera because my bed is warm and the pillows are soft. I spend a lot of money on my pillows and I love my pillows. That's my thing in a bed. I love a good mattress, but a good pillow, I just love a good pillow. But I'm here because there's somebody out here who need to hear. This is part of my purpose. This is part of my opening. This is part of my unleashing, is sharing with you the things that's going to help you stay optimistic. Just because you last don't mean you're least. It don't mean you're forgotten, and it don't mean that you're not going to make it. Because you 100% are going to make it. If you don't give up, and if you stay focused on the things that you have in your face, don't quit right now. Don't quit. You are right now in that part of the leg that's going to give you the most traction. Oh my God. Y'all, whatever you do today and whatever you got on your plate, and I'm getting ready to close out. Whatever you got on your plate today, whatever God gave you to do, whatever it is that you decided years ago that you wanted to do, don't give up. And let me tell you something about dreams. And I heard this mega pastor say this. And when he said it, I understood it, but I didn't 100% agree with it. Because one thing that I know for a fact is this. I don't believe that you should ever give up on your dream. The comment that they said was that some of y'all chasing dreams that you had when you was 14 years old. Some of y'all chasing dreams that you had when you was 18. Those dreams ain't even relevant. They're not applicable to your life right now. They're not any good. You need to trash them. Stop following those dreams. And I guess maybe it's a play on words, because in some aspects he was right. Like right now, I'm 51 years old. I'm definitely not believing God for a Barbie dream house, even though that dream came true when I bought one for my oldest daughter. Some of the things that we dream for and that we used to want for ourselves, we give those things and we live through those things vicariously through our children and through the people that we love. I clearly understand that, but what I do believe is this: I believe that whatever God put in you when you were 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, or before you were formed in your mother and father's loins and womb, that thing is in there. And I think the way that you grow, it grows as well. The problem is, oftentimes I believe that we are afraid to look at how big it has evolved, how big it has grown. When I think about Apple computers, I remember when Apple and Macintosh and all of them first came out, I was like, I think I might have been in elementary school, maybe high school the first time, maybe middle school the first time I ever heard about a computer. And I remember seeing the logos and everything. And if they had not ever, if they would have quit on that and said, you know what, this computer technology is not relevant for us moving in the future, let's just chalk that dream up. No, they let that dream evolve. Y'all know we used to be horse and buggies, and then we had cars, and they had to crank cars up by the hand. Now we got cars that start with a push button. I had a rental this weekend. You push it and it starts. After a while, you're going to have a car that you wave your hand, it's going to start, because it's going to recognize your thumbprint or something, you know. So as technology advances, so should your dream advances. Look at your dream and go back and revisit that thing and pray to God and say, you know what, God, tell me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Show me what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. How have you changed this dream and grown it so that it'll fit me, fit this situation, and fit what it is that you want me to do. I just want to tell you tonight, you might have seen yourself in the back your whole life. You might have seen yourself last. You might have seen yourself being the person that had to struggle the most, that had the least. But I'm here today to tell you that God is about to turn this thing around. And this ain't nothing prophetic. This is just something that's facts and not fictions. He's about to turn your situation around. If you would just believe, if you would have faith in the things that he had put in your faith, if you are willing to take the risk to get away from yourself. Sometimes we self-sabotage our own success. I cannot tell you how sad it is for me to watch people self-sabotage what it is that's in their own hand. Stop killing your own dream. Stop self-sabotaging the things that's in front of you. Stop killing and going against the people that are sent right here in your face to help you. There are people right now, y'all, listen, I tell y'all all the time, kill that talking about your hater stuff. I don't care nothing about that. You know why I don't worry about my haters? Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, as long as I can see you, I know where you at. I hate snakes. I hate snakes. I don't like spiders, but I'm not afraid of them like most people are. But I'm going to tell you something. As long as I can see it, I'm good. It's that stuff that you can't see that you need to be concerned about. It's the people that you don't know that you need to be concerned about. Stop spending so much of your time being in a place where you constantly are glorifying and giving time to and giving acknowledgement to your haters. Stop spending so much time doing that, and take that same energy and time and start giving some applause to the people who have been down with you from the beginning. People who have loved you and supported you from the beginning. People who always want to see you win. Stop looking at the fact that you ain't got this client and you ain't got these people ain't coming to support you. This person ain't buying from you. Stop doing it. Stop looking at the fact that, oh, ain't nobody want to come to my event. Ain't nobody want to be here. Oh, ain't nobody like my post. Stop worrying about who ain't liking it. You focusing your energy on the wrong thing. You focus your energy on the wrong thing because you feel like by doing what you're doing, it's going to help you get up first. It's going to make you seen the most. It's going to put you up front. Sometimes the position that you are in life is exactly where you need to be. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to close out. And I need y'all to very much hear me. I need you to hear me clearly. I need you to hear me clearly. Some of you are out here mourning, depressed, uninspired, weighing heavy about something that you don't have or something that didn't happen to you. I remember for a very long time in my life, I used to be very, very sad about not having the type of parent situation that I seen everybody else had. Oh, their dad was there, their dad was there, their mom was there, their mama did this, their mom was that. I didn't understand that what God gave me was exactly what I needed. That had I had what I thought I needed. How many of y'all think you know better than God? It's been plenty of times that I've laid up in my bed and dreamt about, oh, my life would have been this way if I'd have had this. You don't know that. We don't know that it won't, but I have to believe that if God loved me the way I know he do, the situation that he put me in, the parent that he gave me is exactly what I need. I had a conversation with my mother the other day, and at my age now, we have very transparent conversations about things, even from when I was a kid. You know, expressing to her some of the things that happened and that bothered me, and she shared some of the things that bothered her. And she came to me, she said, you know, at the time that you say because I told my mom, I said one day she was cooking, and I came to her, I was like, Mom, I said, you know, are you my friend? Because I was very shy, real introverted young girl. And at the time she was cooking. She said, no, I ain't your friend. I ain't gonna never be your friend. I'm your mama. I ain't your friend. Now, do what I say. Go do this. I was so broken. I was so freaking hurt because I felt lonely. I didn't have no friends. The friends that I had, the stuff that they was doing is not stuff I ever knew anything about. And so for a really, really long time, that put a wedge between me and my mom. She didn't even know it existed. She didn't even know it existed. So I went around for a long time feeling like, well, I can't talk to my mom about nothing because she said she ain't my friend. And I'm going to tell you something, parents. Sometimes your children get the smallest little things that you say to them, and they don't know not to take that seriously. They don't know that they need to consider that a lot of stuff was going on. As an adult, when that situation came up, we had a conversation about a week ago. When that conversation came up, I was telling her because as an adult, over the last few years, I had to realize, man, at the time that she did that, she had just had, it was me and my sister. She was going through with my dad. My dad was taking my mom through a lot of pure D hell. She was brokenhearted. I remember seeing my mom now, when I look at that picture again, sad, not happy, eyes full of water. Always working so hard. It hurts me right now just to think about it. I'm not going to cry about it. But as kids, we don't see that. But when you go back and revisit those situations, you realize how difficult it was for them. So she didn't mean that. So me and her was having this discussion the other day, and I told her, she said, you know, that bothered me. She said, I wasn't trying to alienate you, baby. She said, I was only in my 20s. She said, I was in my early 20s. She said, I had a lot going on. She said, I had this person against me. I didn't have this support. I was trying to prove my parents wrong. She said, I was working 2 jobs. She said, I wasn't trying to be there. She said, and I have seen how other people have been friends to their children and how bad things turned out. She said, I wanted the best for you because you my heart. You was all I had. For 2 years, you was all I had. And then God blessed her with my sister Gaynell, so she had to go harder. Sometimes people behave the way they do with you because it's all they know. Stop thinking that every time somebody say something bad to you, somebody do something that's hurtful to you, that it makes you, good morning, Brandy, that it makes you want to give on that relationship. Yes, it can be hurtful at that moment, but you got to understand people going through things. And had I given up on that situation, I wouldn't have understood as an adult how blessed I am to have the mother that I have. I mean, literally, guys, I'm going to tell y'all something, and I want y'all to remember this. Y'all going to look at me and be like, oh my God, no, she didn't say that. I remember as a teenager, I literally just hated that my mom was so strict. I was just like, God, why did you give me this woman to be my mom? I can't do nothing. I can't go nowhere. I can't be around nobody. Ain't nobody good enough. I can't do nothing. I used to cry because my mama was strict. Anybody that remember me growing up, my mama was strict. And I remember I had got so angry at her one time that I had prayed. And I said, Lord, please just kill her. Lord, please kill her. Because I had did something and she had whooped me. And I was like, Lord, just let her die, Lord. Just take her away, God. Just let her die. I literally prayed that prayer. I know y'all looking at me like, Misha, but I'm being transparent with you right now. I prayed that prayer with such sincerity and wholeheartedness that if that would have happened, I don't, in my mind at that moment, it wouldn't have bothered me. It would have made my life a lot easier because I would have had freedom. But I'm going to tell you something. After I had that prayer, I went to sleep. And I had a dream. And in my dream, yeah, I know, right? In my dream, it was me, my mom and sister, and we were shopping. We was in New York shopping. And we was at this huge flea market. And we were so happy and we were laughing. Me and my sister were laughing. My mama was laughing, whatever. It was just the three of us. We were super, super happy because she only had two girls, me and my sister. We were just having a ball. And I remember looking at a table and me and my sister was talking. And I remember my mama said, I got to go pee. And we was like, okay. And we watched her walk down the aisle. And she went in under this. It was like a train. But it was like this arch that you had to go under and go up under, and then you would go up into the building, and the restroom was up there somewhere. And I remember me and my sister were just laughing, and we would, I mean, the joy and the togetherness, it was like this. It was so tight, and I was just so in love with the situation. And I remember I heard pow, 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 and everybody in the market started screaming. I said, Gaynell, I said, we was like, man, somebody's shooting. And I said, where's Mama? She said she went to the bathroom. I said, oh my God. And so I ran. And as I was running and I went up under that arc, I seen my mom laying on the ground. And at the time when I came out, I was actually at my middle school coming from up the gym up a breezeway. For those of you with school, y'all know what that was. And I remember plain this day, I seen this dude with a gun and he shot my mom. And she was laying on the ground and she had got killed. And I remember that feeling inside myself. It ain't even a feeling I can describe right now at 52 years old. It was like my life had gone. And I remember looking at her and I seen her spirit leave her body going up to heaven. And I began to scream a scream, and a pain was going through me so deep in my soul. And I looked at the person that had shot her, and I began to run after them, and I heard pow, 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 and before I my body went and hit the ground, my spirit came up out of my body, and I looked up and I seen my mom, and she was in the air with her hands holding. Me and her looked down, and we seen our sister just looking and screaming and crying. Let me tell you something. I woke up out that dream. I was in middle school. I woke up out that dream crying. Went into my mama's bedroom, jumped in her bed. I said, Mama, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it was that dream that you was glad it was a dream. And moving from that day forth, I understood losing her was the one thing that I didn't never want to happen in my life. Let me tell you something. Sometimes the situations that we are in are so egregious and they're so bad and they're so horrible that we feel like that if we can just get out of this situation, or God would just change it and replace this and replace that, if he would take this away and put this there, that we'll be in a better situation. I can get ahead, I can get this, I can get that. But let me help you understand something. Some of the things that you're going through right now, you got to go through them. You got to go through them, and at the end of the day, when you get on the other end of that situation, you're going to find out that had you not experienced that, you wouldn't have the amount of success, understanding, peace, and love, and appreciation that you have when it comes. I'm telling you, your time is going to come. Stop feeling like it's time for you to give up. I need you to keep moving. I need you to be optimistic, and I want you to understand something. Wishing for a drastic change ain't always the way out of your situation. I had to live this life through my situations to learn how to appreciate the gift that God has given me and my mom. I have had to live through my things when it comes to my money and my gosh, Sunday. I've had to live through the hard times in my business to appreciate where I'm at right now. Stop letting what you see everybody else have and do interfere with where you're going with what God has given you. Stop letting everybody relationship and marriage talking about you want to be happy. You better find somebody who's going to be down for you when things ain't good. You ain't going to always be happy in your marriages and your relationship. Happiness is a feeling. You better find some joy. You better find some joy in knowing that when y'all make it through this, you're going to be in a better place. You're going to be in the other side. We got to stop looking for the easy way out. Stop trying to jump line to get up front. because it ain't your time. It might be your turn, and it just ain't your, it might be your time, but it just ain't your turn. It's like standing in a Walmart line trying to check out. It's like standing in a Walmart line trying to check out. At some point, your turn gonna come to swipe your food and pay for them. Be content at where you at. I don't care what your age is and how big your dream is. Be content to enjoy the process. Learn to love the journey, appreciate the process, and take it one day at a time. Stop looking for Stop looking for success. Stop looking for money. Stop looking for love. Stop looking for those things, and they will come to you. Stop trying to force stuff to happen. This world teaches us to go, 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 go. Force, 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 force. You cannot force anything. Sit back, relax, and let it flow. Work your plan. Have a plan. Work your plan. Work hard. Be honest. And when the opportunity comes and they meet, you're going to have success. I 100% believe that. Can't nobody take that away from me, because I'm going to tell you something. Consistency will outbeat every single time you giving up and having an opinion about everything that you're going through. Listen, guys, I absolutely love you. I love your Instagram. You about to go out. I absolutely love you guys. I appreciate you. Every time that you come in on this morning, take this, share it, tag it, say something to me, say good morning. Be encouraged. Don't let nothing get in your way. Keep your head up. Keep focused. Do not give up. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
The recording has stopped.